we felt, I think almost to a person, that what we heard from the Air Force staff, from the highest level officer down to whatever the lowest officer was here, that there is a commitment with compassion to make the program of respect for religion in the Air Force Academy a model for the way to deal with religious pluralism in what is now the most religiously pluralistic nation in the world. I made the statement, which I will repeat for you, that we are in a period in our nation's history right now where things are not going really well in terms of mutual respect among religions or even respect for religion itself. The First Amendment, it does not seem to be a high priority for a lot of people. Not the people who are here in this room and who have been in this conference. We have a right to expect from an academy in our nation that students are introduced to the First Amendment. They are taught about the implications and applications of the First Amendment in a way that here in the academy, even as in the nation, whatever religion you profess, or if you profess no religion, should not impact the way you're treated as a student, a staff member, an officer, or a citizen of this nation. And our goal, I think, in offering counsel was to see that this academy, and we would say it obviously for all academies, but we were asked to talk here, that this academy be a model in this nation for dealing with diversity, dealing honestly with the difficulties of diversity, but finding a way for all people to feel accepted in this environment and respected for who they are, again, regardless of their religion or if they have no religion.
I was impressed. We were assured at the end of this conference that the Air Force Academy would passionately pursue this program to teach and accomplish religious diversity throughout the Air Force Academy. But not only at the end, I think they demonstrated it by calling together this group of people, very diverse in our religious backgrounds, and by calling us all together to share with us the program, and also to solicit from each of us, from all of our religious backgrounds, suggestions about the program, how to tweak it, how to improve it. And I was also impressed by my colleagues who have been invited, because in the 2 days of study, there were people who really did not bring their own agenda to the table, but rather were ready to look at the Air Force Academy's program and contribute to it, rather than superimposing on it their own particular agenda. So I think the Air Force Academy has done a great service both to the Air Force and to us. And I just hope that through media like this, the commitment of the Air Force Academy to religious diversity will be out to the public, so that everyone can see the great things that are happening here.
Respect means that as I share my faith with you, if you say no, then I'm going to stop at that point. Respect also places value on that person, places value on hearing what their ideas are, but doesn't say you necessarily have to agree with one another.
When we came in with positive intentions, and what we saw from everyone here was positive outreach. Everybody seems to have the right idea almost universally about what's going on. For the issues we had, for example, proselytism, or from our perspective, the right for critical and comparative analysis of religion, those kind of things, we put a lens on those, and everybody has the approach to come to an understanding so that everybody's freedoms can be increased in the end. And 2 days isn't going to make a difference. You know, what's it going to be in 3 months, in 6 months, in 2 years? What's the survey going to look like? What's the training going to look like? That's what I hope we keep the long-term focus on. And as we sat here, we have representatives from the chaplain school, We have representatives from the Secretary of the Army, the Chief of Staff of the Army, the Superintendent.
Air Force.
Let me correct some of my background. So Chief of Staff, Secretary, there were a lot of stars in the room. All right, and what that says to me is that there is a long-term focus, and this isn't the kind of thing that's going to disappear tomorrow.
Risk is an intrinsic feature of military service, and the training of military leaders ultimately involves training in the management of risk. And a service academy needs to be able to have risk not only on the playing fields or in the air or somewhere else or on a rifle range or wherever, it needs to tolerate risk in the area of religion as well. And what the Air Force Academy is seeking to develop in its program is an arena in which different religions can have fruitful interchange, and in that crucible of religions coming together, something else bigger and better for the Air Force Academy and for the military and ultimately for the nation may be produced.
So I was expecting to see something that would dress up some actions to make me go away thinking that everything's fixed now, that there's no such thing going on. What I saw, on the other hand, and experienced was a process in which the Air Force had opened to the light of day and to critics their processes to try to make right for the current day and for the future, a system which enables religious liberty and freedom, which offers mutual religious respect for all people. They're certainly not there yet. This is a dynamic process which will be going on for years. But I felt and sensed that there's a solid commitment to make that happen, not just here, but in the broader environment of the Air Force and beyond.